The survival challenges are piling up, and I could use your help. What's up, FTFers? Yes, the challenges are piling up, and this one I'm actually struggling with a little bit. So this one is unique and different. I've never done a challenge like this before. Jason Salyer is putting this one on. It's going to be December 6th up in the Cohutta Wilderness in North Georgia. This one is like really interesting because it is a bandana challenge. That's right, 20 inches by 20 inches, whatever you can stuff in there and make the four corners meet, that's what you get. This is kind of like when you go to the restaurant and there's too many choices. Like, I'll have the filet mignon medium rare, please. I don't want filet mignon, I actually want a ribeye. But I really like it when they have the pictures and I can say I want that. And that's normally how survival challenges are. Like, they give you like one item, maybe 3 items, maybe 5 or 10. With this one, there's too many choices. I can do whatever I want. Now, here's the deal. Now, this has got to be on brand for me. It's got to be, you know, my philosophy, what goes into the kit. Number one, I want the things that are hardest to recreate in nature. It better save me energy and hydration, but most of all, it better save me time. On top of that, it's gotta be tactically efficient. I gotta say, I've put more time and thought into this. I actually woke up dreaming about it the other day. It doesn't matter what kit we're talking about. It doesn't matter if it's your EDC or your backpack or what you keep in your car or at home or whatever. It's gotta revolve around your survival priorities. But I gotta admit, it's kind of hard to stuff all those priorities into a 20-inch by 20-inch bandana. I think I figured out a cheat code, because with this bandana, which is regulation size from Wazoo, it actually has a net on the back and a drawstring. Talk about a force multiplier loophole. Yes, so much more that I can do with this too. Multifunctionality. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a nice little pillow. I can filter my water if I need it for first aid, if I'm foraging for stuff, if I need a mosquito net. And I reckon that nobody else is gonna take one of these with them on the challenge. But you never know, I could be wrong. The question is, what can we get into it? Well, most challenges are shelter, water, fire, and food. So I guess we'll just start off with shelter. This will make Jason very happy because JJ will actually have a poncho. It's the smallest shelter or cover element that I've actually got. I don't fit underneath one of these, which means I'm going to have to assume the position like a baby. And when it comes to sheltering, there's 3 things that you basically need. When I was teaching with the Flint and Steel critical skills group, one thing that I learned from Josh Inyart is you gotta have something to sleep on, in, and under. So this will be the thing that I sleep under. What am I gonna sleep on though? Well, I'm gonna have to make some kind of debris bed. And so I thought, you know, another little hack, if you will, or tip or trick, is I can use this XL survival scarf from Tuff Possum. That way I can just fill it full of debris and I've got something to lay on. The ground is a thug, it's bigger than you. It will take the heat out of you. Not to mention multifunction, I've got signaling taken care of as well. Now, the reason this is a hack is because what if he says there's too much stuff in the bandana? Well, I can just use it as a scarf as it was intended. Then it becomes my clothes. And that brings up something to sleep in, which is inevitably going to have to be my clothes. So my clothing choice is going to be very important. It will definitely be critical. Now, one thing that I absolutely hate making in nature is cordage. So I've just got some bank lines, some number 36. I've got about 30 feet. It just made sense. It's lightweight. It definitely fits in the kit. Duh. Other than that, it's going to be hard to fit anything else into the shelter part. But I do have an emergency survival blanket. And I'm thinking I won't actually use it as a blanket. I'm thinking I'll probably use it as a reflector. I might actually make a reflector wall out of it. Or maybe, yeah, I do put it on the inside so that he can reflect off of the fire, if I can have a fire. Now, the next thing on the list is water. I have to use a Grayl, guys. I have to. This is my UltraPress. Yes, it's titanium. It does filter and purify the water. I can boil water in the cup should I have to. It's only 16.9 ounces, but it's the smallest thing that I've got that I actually trust. So yeah, the Grayl is the next thing on the list. The next thing is fire. Well, I think it makes sense to just carry a Bic lighter with some duct tape. Then I have some actual like fire extender here. I also have first aid. I can repair my kit. Come on, guys. Everybody should have Gorilla Tape, the black Gorilla Tape in their kit somewhere. I like carrying it on my lighter just because it makes sense. One of the hardest things out there to do is tinder, so I do have some of these fire Cheetos or fire plugs from Wazoo, and I thought, you know, let's just go ahead and seal the deal with a Wazoo fire card as well. But of course, fire is pretty important, so you got to have redundancy built into it. So, you know, how are you going to do it if you lose the lighter, it breaks, whatever the case may be? I think this time I'm going to use my Wazoo Spark. You know, funny story, I was with my family celebrating Thanksmas. It's where we combine Thanksgiving and Christmas together into one holiday. And we were staying at a castle, actually in North Georgia, and the stove wasn't working. You know, the igniter wasn't working on the gas stove. Thank God I had this on me, because that is what lit the stove so that we could cook our holiday dinner. Plus, Wazoo gear just looks sexy. Everyday gear, wild capability. It just works. And then comes food. Normally in challenges, I don't worry about it very much, but we are doing Jason's challenge and it will be physical and blood sugar levels are gonna be an issue. So I figure I'm going to need some electrolytes at a minimum. And it sure would be nice to have a pick-me-up, so I've got some Skull Crusher coffee with caffeine. And speaking of energy, I think that that's going to be an issue. So I actually found these the other day, and don't hold me to it because I've never actually used these products before, but I found this GU energy gel. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And then I found these extreme sport beans. Now they do have caffeine in them, but they also have carbs, electrolytes, vitamins B and C, non-GMO, gluten-free, all that whatever buzzword stuff. Plus they're by Jelly Belly, so I know that they're actually gonna taste good. The next thing I think is just a good old-fashioned Cliff Bar. I've done lots of challenges where I couldn't eat for like 3 days at a time. And after you eat one of these after 3 days, you can literally feel the energy coming back into you. I'm thinking I might add some jerky, maybe some cashews or trail mix. I like to graze all day long to keep my blood sugar levels even when I'm doing stuff like this. I don't know. What do you suggest? Put it in the comment section. I'd like to know. Now that covers our core 4, but that definitely doesn't cover the rest of the priorities. Anything else is just a bonus. I figure there's gonna be pain involved because Jason loves to watch people in pain and suffering, so I have some goodies. You know, when I'm going through the woods at night, I like to see where I'm going, so I have the E3R Nova by PowerTac. This thing has over 800 lumens in this little bitty package. It's got this little hanger thing on it, and it's also got the multi-clip. I really don't like clips, I'll be honest with you. Anytime that I use a clip in my pants pocket, the vines get it. Goodbye knife, goodbye flashlight. I've never used this flashlight before, but we're going to use it when we go on the challenge. Another thing that's really important to me is knowing where I am going. So I have a Suunto button compass, the same one that's on my watch. I've been using these compasses for a long time. I really like them. Plus it has the degrees on there and I dig that. Now, I thought I would bring something fun, like a force multiplier. So Darren Cook, he made me this slingshot. You can just wrap it up on your wrist. And I thought, you know what? It is hunting season. So what if I get out there and I see a squirrel and I pop one? And as far as ammo goes, I was thinking I would use the 3/8 steel from Simple Shot. And that concludes what I could get into the bandana. Let me show you. You know, one thing that is really bothering me about this one is I have never gone into the Cohutta without a handgun and a rifle. At any given time in the Cohutta, there are 5,000 to 8,000 bears. There's also feral hogs and cougars. And you know what? That's the one rule that I'm thinking about breaking. It's when you're not prepared, that's when the worst thing happens, because emergency waits for no man. I don't know. Post in the comments what you think. I think it's stupid not having one. Oh, I forgot something. My tribe knife. How silly. I want at least a 4-inch blade to do this because I may have to do some processing of you know, materials for fire. And my super cute Opinel saw. See, that's how it happens. You forget something important. I have not been smoking the tweeds today. All right, now just in case y'all are wondering, yes, I can pinch the 4 corners and I can tie this off with what I have in here, because I got a feeling he may make us do that on site. Now, once we pass inspection though, that's when I'm gonna put some of this stuff into my pockets. And the stuff that won't fit into my pockets, I'm just gonna dump it right into the net. Why? Because it'll just make everything that much easier. You gotta be tactically efficient. So there it is, guys. What do you think? Am I adequately prepared for the challenge? What would you add? What would you take away? So if you're honey smack digging the video, leave me a snide remark, like, share, subscribe, hype the video for me. And until next time, keep fueling those fires.
The world is getting more dangerous and unpredictable every day. Your family's safety depends on how prepared you are. For just $7.99 a month or $74.99 a year with 2.5 months free, Survival Dispatch Guardian membership gives you powerful tools and resources to stay ready. When you join, you're automatically enrolled in the Survival Dispatch Emergency Notification System, and you'll get critical alerts fast. You'll also get an invite to our private, high-traffic signal chat where members and experts share breaking intel. Guardians receive all 37 of our Survival Dispatch Insider e-magazines, normally $9.99 each, a $370 value, plus early access to our exclusive instructional videos before they go public. Join thousands of like-minded Americans who refuse to be caught off guard. Become a Survival Dispatch Guardian today at www.survivaldispatch.news/subscribe.